Alright, and welcome to the Winku Podcast for 10/5/15. I am here with Yoshi and Cross, and we're going to be discussing all of the things that we just came up with 5 minutes ago. So,
Hey,
You mean
we
me
came up with one,
finding?
like, No, this was a team effort, and Yoshi was, here, so we're giving him a credit, but it was really all me and Companion.
I mean,
Bullshit.
good on him for, putting through the effort to be on the podcast again since last
It's
time.
true.
Cube,
What?
you never make up the ideas. You got 2
What are you
weeks
talking
upon
about?
finding out topics. You have 2 weeks to find topics, and you only start searching for it 30 minutes before the podcast.
What?
Come on now.
It wasn't 30 minutes, it was 10 at most. Come
Yeah,
on.
it's 10
You're
minutes.
giving me way too much credit. But you had a week and a half to podcast it up to, right? So
I've been
True,
busy with other things.
But
so
you don't
have I.
think we're not busy? I mean, I'm working on the International Space Station, and Companion is trying to find a non-fattening brand of syrup. So,
for
I mean,
the
we've got
International
things.
Space Station, actually, it's
Yeah, we're working in tandem.
exactly.
Yeah, the most important things for the station to be built and to have syrup that didn't cause fed. So, yeah.
Okay.
Sure, go ahead. Share your topic with us, Nero. We'd
Yeah,
like to.
Nero has a topic.
Yeah. But as you guys can
I
see
hope it's
down
about-
at the bottom
What are
there.
you trying to tempt?
Huh?
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna
you-
say at the bottom there, I have a now discussing thing. So if we're talking about a certain game, then I can say now discussing
We're not talking
Dragon Age
about-
Inquisition or something.
Yeah, that's an
We're not talking about
inaccurate.
cats.
It's an inaccurate example.
Get that
We're always discussing cats.
Get that off. No, get it off.
Okay, fine. Jeez, you guys are horrible people.
He's gonna change it to meow cats. Don't even.
Probably. Okay,
Hope I spelled that right.
I will say, I'm looking up some news right now, and to what I was there talking to you off camera across is, when I was there buying some games, and I looked up and I saw Lego in the background. I can't believe it, but they're selling, a simple, small, keyboard size Lego ship for, $140. I'm just like, what the hell?
Ugh.
It's so expensive.
Am I the only one who doesn't like Legos? And thought they were dumb, and I could only make towers? Maybe I'm bad at Legos.
I mean, I enjoyed them.
Really hated them.
I really like the concept of being able to make anything you want, as long as you have the
Yeah.
pieces or something. The problem is that they're so fucking expensive.
They
Yeah.
are.
God,
I think
man.
I only had
Especially,
straight blocks. I never had the cool
Especially with the Star Wars editions, they're the most expensive, and I think so. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, like the Star Wars one. There was a set of, I think it was Boba Fett or somebody like that, and then you have a snow speeder or something. That was $20 for a tiny Lego man and a shitty little vehicle thing.
Yep,
Huh.
But
that's insane.
that game looks interesting. Up Cylon Circuit. Did you guys check out the link that he sent?
Part game show, part action RPG, permaneth.
Yeah.
Wait, it's not a real game show, right?
when
That's
is
the
this-
story is a game show?
Hmm?
Oh, yeah. For a second, I thought it was a real game show, and it'd be like
Wait.
a reality TV show where people are playing the game, and then you would kill people in the game, and then they'd have to leave.
Huh.
You know what this game reminds me of? This reminds me of Smash TV.
Well, then in the idea that it's a game show and a video game, I guess, would. And that the
Yeah, and
ghost
it's
looks
action.
stupid hair.
And, yeah.
The company that made this game is called Robot Loves Kitty.
Wait, I've heard of that before.
I thought that was a game, wasn't it?
Maybe it was. I've definitely heard that before. I don't know where I heard it, but
Yeah. I don't see the game that they made though. They made Legend of Dungeon.
yes. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Game
That's
the
the
deck
one
is
with
played.
Black Steve, right?
Yep, Black
Yeah.
Steve.
Black Steve was here. God, what a good video.
There's
Oh,
really
I'll
not
check out
much
that game
gaming news. It's always something related to Call of Duty or Rock Band or something.
Yeah. People are jumping back on that Rock Band wagon. I thought it was dead, but I guess
Yeah.
they're coming back again.
Rock Band is a fun game if you have 4 people.
What is it now? You know the game Evolve? They're trying to attempt to revive it right now.
What?
They're coming out with a Evolve Ultimate Edition
Oh.
in November the 3rd.
No, I
for
feel like that
60
game's
bucks.
dead. Unless if they like completely remake it, I don't think that game's gonna exist.
Yeah.
Probably gonna shut down the servers in like a year from now.
Oh yeah, within a year or two, it's gonna be completely dead and just gone. It's kind of sad because games back in the day, like Turok or Alien vs Predator and all that, actually stuck around for a long time before actually being shut down.
What about Jurassic Park Trespasser? That was a great game.
You remember the ones that stayed around for a long time, but I'm sure they had tons of ones that just disappeared instantly also.
Oh yeah.
This game seems insane, Neuro, and I don't think I don't know if any of us have enough time to do enough research, but it seems completely insane. It's apparently made by a husband and wife.
Up
and
Silent
that's it.
Circuit?
Yeah.
I signed up for their list so I could maybe get access to the beta or something if they send that out, so you might want to do that if you want access to that.
Maybe.
But I'll definitely check out the trailer because if I looked at it while it was streaming, I think my internet would explode and the stream would go down instantly. So, yeah, but news upon the internet situation is that I'm hopefully going to be switching up internet pretty soon here. Because, like, on the 11th of next month, I looked into other places, and I have 2 options in my current area, and I was mainly worried about the other internet service provider having a data cap, but they said they don't have it for my area, so I should be good. And then once I switch internet, I'll be able to stream again, and Goggle Frog will be smooth as he was on the first day we streamed the podcast.
It's the first thing you think about is a podcast. I would straight up go for video gaming, see how that goes.
I'm more interested in Goggle Frog finally swaying to the beat very fluidly.
You really should have a small musical beat in the background, really light.
Yeah, but what if copyright happens? Oh, God.
That's where you gotta find what is it, non-monetizing free royalty music.
I'm gonna have to have
Shit
a
music.
music track that's an hour long. Have like a Beethoven piece or something.
No, something really small that loops over really easily and just loops itself really nicely.
This
That's
game
just
is insane. I keep on reading about. It's only only 8 people play it at a time, I think, ever. And then it's being live streamed to actual people who are watching the game, and they spend real money to either screw with or help the players.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah, this is crazy. So it basically is like a game show, like a real game show. And I don't know how they stop people from ever playing again unless they have their real names or stuff, but but the thing is, if it's selected from a global audience, you'll probably never get selected to play again if there's so many people playing it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, no, I think they
insane.
literally do just bar you off from playing again.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how. How do they know?
Yeah.
I mean, can you just make a new
That is-
account?
I have heard about that before. It sounds interesting. I'm just worried that, what if it doesn't pick up Steam? Then,
Oh, then it'll
3
crash instantly.
Yeah, it's just gonna be done. So it's all banking on Twitch streamers, streaming it or something.
Yeah, I mean, it almost seems like an art piece more than a game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm definitely behind this just because it's different. It's really. I don't know if it's going to work out, but the concept is different.
There was another game called The Flock that tried that.
Flock. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I saw it and it looked really interesting just by the screenshots, and I was like, I kind of want to try this out. Got it, and the first day I opened it up, it's just mixed reviews, negative reviews. I'm just
Yeah, the problem with that game is that
This could easily fail and be horrible. It's just I still like the idea of it.
Yeah.
At least they attempted. That's
Should be
the
interesting.
part.
Yeah.
If it's a horrible failure, it should be a beautiful train wreck to watch, at least. So.
I hope so. That's the
Well,
thing.
it
You've
gives-
only failed if your attempts at art are boring. If they're really good or really horrible, then you've done something.
I wonder if it's free or not, because The Flock was another game that eventually, like, if enough people died, the game would just shut down and that would be it. So if it cost money, then it's probably not gonna get people enticed to play it. If it's like a couple
Yeah,
dollars, maybe, but
I don't see how this model works unless it's free, pretty much. Like, I figure the way it should work is that the game is free to play, but it's supported entirely by people throwing these real-life items at the players.
it's true.
And then you'll get, like, tons of people which is
Flock
like,
is
I could do
20
this. Hmm?
The Flock is
It
20
costs
bucks.
20 bucks?
Yeah, The Flock, the
How-
game
so-
that's gonna shut down eventually, costs like $20. It's
So
insane.
if you can literally only play it once, why would you?
It's not only
pay
play
20
it
bucks?
once. This is a slightly different situation. Like, eventually the servers will be shut down if enough people, like, die or something, so...
Huh.
I don't know if, like, that sort of gimmick entices people enough to spend $20, so...
Yeah. The gimmick is that you won't be able to pay it anymore, Grid.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll cost money just to watch, and to play you have to, like, buy a ticket, and then that'll be raffled to, like, 8 people.
Even that would piss me. Like I think to play should be free, and everything else should cost money. Like, because you need a gigantic player base for this to work, and just the promise of, like, yeah, a few thousand people are going to watch you play this game. That's, you know, people are going to sign up just for that.
No, that should be interesting to see, so...
And then you're going to get teammates that, like, aren't good, or, like, intentionally try to screw people over, and then you're going to be so pissed. But this is my one shot, man. This is my one shot. Never going to play again.
Yeah,
Okay,
what about IP switching, too? What if somebody, like, changes their IP? Could they play again or something?
What if they crash during the game and they never get to play again?
Yeah, so many questions.
What if their connection's lost? They
What
get
if
to
they're
play.
stream peeking and they kill a streamer who only gets to play once?
Good.
Well, I assume there's an official game stream. Like, I don't think other Twitchers are going to need to do things.
Yeah.
Because I don't see how else that would work.
Well, we can move on to our first topic here about YouTube kind of being a dick, and
When is YouTube never a dick?
well, I mainly put up this topic here because Cross mentioned how he, like, got unsubbed to somebody.
Yeah. I didn't notice that Game Theories was no longer putting out videos, because they put out a video like every 3 days, but all of a sudden I looked and I was unsubscribed from them, and I did not unsubscribe from them. So in the past, people have told me, like, that they were either unsubbed from my videos. I mean, definitely, some people are like, wow, you're uploading videos again, and I'm like, I've uploaded a video every single day for the last year. But because YouTube will just stop telling people. But yeah, I thought the people that unsubbed for me just screwed up somehow, but apparently it can sometimes just happen where you get upset from someone. So
Yeah.
That's what I've been thinking of. What you just said there a second ago, how the people are just like, oh, you're finally uploading, and you just said you've been uploading for a year. I think that's what's happening to my channel. Like, I'm barely getting any views at all. Like, people are barely noticing me, and I'm like 349 subscribers. So, like, a decent amount of those people actually watch my stuff. So, YouTube, why?
Well, let me just share a screenshot on stream here about a program that I use to keep track of all my subscriptions. It's called YouTube Video Deck, or Video Deck for YouTube, and I would highly recommend it to anybody that keeps track of, like, YouTube subscriptions, especially in light of YouTube just unsubbing you from people. Yeah, and we've talked about this in the past too, so I don't want to, like, go too in depth about it, but, like, YouTube, if you don't watch a person's video, eventually YouTube just decides that they won't show you their videos anymore. So let me just bring that up here.
which, especially with their stupid Facebook-esque feed system, it's really easy to just lose track of people sometimes. Like, it used to be pretty easy to watch everyone, because every channel would have their own separate feed on top of each other, and I never missed a video that I didn't want to. But, ugh.
So, like, you got these columns here. You can see at the very top left there, SSOHPKC, somebody who I watched a bunch, but he doesn't put videos out anymore. That's a collapsed column, because I checkmarked all the videos as watched, and then the one to the right there, like, those are videos that they uploaded. You can mark watched, and it's just really handy. And you can move all these columns around, add people, put them where you want to go, and hell, you can even select it, make it so that I only want to watch this Let's Play while they're making the Let's Play go on. So you can select it to only show videos that they add to a certain playlist. So
Oh, well, that's cool.
it's really awesome. Yeah, and
That is cool.
You can combine subscriptions too. So if you want to see videos from Cross, Relic, and me, since sometimes we make videos together, then you can add us all to a custom column, and you can see all of our videos that we upload. So
Yeah,
That
I
is
didn't know that
actually
it
really
did
cool.
that. Yeah, I might actually promote this then on an announcement video, just because there are a lot of people on my channel that only want to watch one of my Let's Plays, so that would be really useful to them.
that's the one that Neuro just linked there, and I will especially try to remember to put this in the description of the VOD on YouTube as well. So if it's not
I
up
can
there,
remind
then
me
just,
at the end.
yeah, just yell at me if it's not up there.
It's just the fact, Google is one of the biggest programming companies in the world, and the fact that there needs to be an external program to fix their dumb crap is really sad.
It's because most of the workers in the company is just retarded. It's just people banging each other on the
that's
head.
I'm feeling lucky. Just punch the button, and YouTube changes.
Yeah, it just makes a random change to YouTube.
I'm actually just waiting for the next YouTube change to happen. They can't get any worse, can they?
Oh god, why would you?
I think the latest change that they're going to be doing is the whole subscription thing that they're doing.
What do you
Where you
mean?
have to pay.
Oh, there's a lot of potential. I know we talked about that at some point, but there's a lot of potential shenanigans with the. So,
Yeah, that's like the actual money paid thing.
mhm.
Maybe they're trying to get rid of multi-channel networks or something like that, so then they can get most.
I
of the-
think. No, I
Well,
think from
they
the
don't
looks
get-
of it,
They don't get any more money if there's not multi-channel networks, because they take their cut first before
true,
multi-channel
yeah.
networks. So I don't know about that. They have done it there used to be a lot of things that were only for subscribers or only for verified people, and there's almost no benefits to being a partner now. So YouTube's done that, but
Yeah, like you get custom thumbnails and stuff like that.
everything
I mean,
gets
yeah.
that now.
If you want to set up not streaming, I don't know, like a tip jar, I guess maybe you have to have monetization active. I think.
Mhm.
God, what else is there? You can set people to collabs. I really like that feature. That would be
Yes,
awesome to have.
yeah. Oh, that's right. I do have that feature. But that's apparently a feature. Relic looked this up. That's not a feature of being partnered. It's a feature of having over 10,000 subs.
Oh,
So
Well,
You don't
Cross
need to
is
be
the only
partnered
one
for
that
it.
can do it.
I'll be there in
Well,
no
that is a-
time. Ha-cha-cha.
yeah, well, let's give it a few years. And or one lucky video. But yeah.
That chance of getting that lucky video is really low.
There are
Well,
certain
you
things
know.
you can do to buff that chance, though.
Whoring yourself out.
Oh, like do a video that nobody else on YouTube has done before a game comes
Yeah,
out or
I
something.
did. I did. Me and Cross did.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Crazy Plant Shop. I don't think that was the one to bank our careers on. But yeah, I
It was
noticed.
the most
I noticed yesterday that me and Yoshi's videos are at the top of the YouTube list for Crazy Plant Shop. So, take that.
The game that you did a video on like months ago at this point.
The game that I played so badly, the developers saw my videos and thought it was hilarious, and they're like, "Maybe we should put a tutorial in here. That's better."
Cross
They'll
is
do
the
better
same
next
thing
time.
on my side, dude. Because of how bad I was, the person who was
Oh, I
there
was
watching was like, "Dude, you don't know anything about plants. Just click, click.
Yeah,
I can
but-
do this."
but- I was doing it blind. What do you want from me?
Yeah, I know, right?
Learn that plant biology, buddy.
Our videos are above the official trailer for the game, which I think is pretty great.
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
if we want to get somewhat famous or get that lucky break, we have to play games that no one else does. Something like what Relic does, but when the game releases.
Well, to be fair, the reason I got so much attention at first was because I played Plants vs. Zombies, which was the complete opposite of obscure, but I just did a video that no one else did on YouTube, which was about the vase breaker.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
it just skyrocketed.
You never know.
So
It's a dash of luck, a dash of certain games, and a dash of more luck. Just a lot
and
of
a dash of your video actually being good.
That's true. Gotta have good audio quality at the very least.
Yeah, or just say interesting things, or
Yeah, that too.
Ha cha 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 cha.
Yeah.
So should we talk about the Octopus Rift?
Yeah, the Octopus Rift. Wait, no, we don't have Zaresto in here to make amazing fanfics. God, what a legend in this podcast.
Yeah, I think Dagless' Steam profile still has one of the entire fanfics in it.
That's amazing. Here, let me try to find his Steam profile and link that in the chat for.
And
the
I
ones
didn't
we-
know until my girlfriend found it and started reading it. And I was like, "What? How did you?" Oh, Dagless, you son of a bitch! It's probably just been there for years.
Yeah. There's that. But yes, the Oculus Rift. I almost said Octopus Rift. That's apparently going to be over $350. I did not have the time to go deeper into the article because, I looked at it like a minute before the podcast started, so I apologize for that. But, yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think that's too much money?
I think that's fair.
I think it should be $100
$350 is fair.
cheaper.
I mean,
think
this is for
250
like
would be
new
fair.
technology that hasn't been released commercially yet. I'm actually surprised that that's cheap. I have to be completely honest.
Well,
It's-
with that amount of money, you could straight up buy one of the new consoles, which is more reliable.
One of the new consoles? don't think you can.
Latest.
One of the old consoles? Well, let me see. PlayStation
latest.
4.
Yeah.
I
that'd
bought
be a-
PlayStation 4 like about 420, 430.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah,
That's-
no, it's about $400.
$350, $400. Yeah, and with
So-
the Oculus Rift, you need a computer as well to run it, so it doesn't run by itself.
So,
But I for new, brand new, this is like early adopter technology. I think that price makes complete sense. And again, I am surprised it's not more expensive because that's just how thing. I mean, big screen. I have a big screen TV that I'm looking at right now, and it costs like $300, $400. When that first came out, it would have been like $4,000.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's,
I don't know.
it's
I'm
not
just
a
gonna
surprise.
give it another 5 years before I pick one up.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna buy one ever, but I think for people that have the money, that's a reasonable price.
Why wouldn't you buy one ever, Cross? Is there a specific?
I don't
reason?
know. I don't really have that much interest in weird VR for
But
weird
Cross-
first generation VR helmet.
Cross, you can have virtual porn.
Yeah, but it's probably terrible. How? In what way is it enhanced by being all around you?
Well, according to Lawrence from Funhouse, a YouTube channel, most of the porn on Oculus Rift is really awkward and
Yeah.
PlayStation 1 era type models going on.
That's what I'm saying. This is first generation stuff. I'm not an early adopter of technology. I must scoop up the 10 years old technology for a fifth of the price, guy.
Yeah, it's
I
fair
can just
enough.
picture-
I'm a wasteland scavenger.
Cross I can see Cross just pumping his hands in the air. Yeah, pixel porn.
No, I'm the guy that's just like, woo, this is great that I get to finally play Assassin's Creed 10 years after it was released for $5. I'll wait. I'll wait a decade.
Even $1 in some cases with the Humble Bundle.
Stroke.
I will say Humble Bundle is awesome.
Well,
It's gotten slightly less awesome.
used to be awesome. We were lamenting about that recently.
They're
how
trying to do a
Sigh.
subscription now on it too.
It's true.
yeah. Did we didn't talk about that last podcast? Did we? We just talked about it not on
I
the
don't
podcast.
think it
or-
happened before
No.
last podcast.
Okay. We could talk about that if you know more information about it, because I'm still a little bit confused.
The thing is, I think it's like $12 to $20 a month. They will release a free. They will give you a good, decent game for you to play. So you're pretty much buying a game for every month or so.
I thought it was like a
It's just
collection
one
of.
I don't know if it's a collection. It was just showing one game to me. So
No, that was like a buy this and you'll for sure get this item, and then another one once.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. I'm bringing it up right now.
Yeah, so if you don't know, the Humble Bundle, like the website that usually gives about 7 to 8 games, like every week or so for $1, and then adds extra games for more money. They're gonna do like a monthly subscription thing. So
$12 a month, and yeah, if you sign up right now, you get Legend of Grimlock too.
which might be worth it in itself with Legend of Grimrock, but I don't know.
Yeah,
What if
because
they're
that
gonna
game
have
costs more than 12.
What if they're gonna have redos or terrible games that I don't care about? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good way to kind of like with the Loot Crate, but digital. You know.
Yeah, the loot crate's a really cool idea, except that I hate objects in my house. If they would just disappear after I got them and then appear when I thought about them, then I'd get it.
There's
want
actually
weird
something
toys.
else I would prefer other than Loot Crate.
Hmm?
It's called Indie Box.
Yeah, the loot crate.
Like, I
There's a
saw it
lot
up
of cool
on,
things. It's just I don't live in a mansion. My house doesn't have enough room.
Yeah, you've got all those
The
people
Indie
who
Box-
just have so much room on for everything. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yes, Yoshi, Indie Box.
You guys were just like going on. The Indie Box from one I've been looking at is where they take certain indie games like what was that? Rogue Legacy and that weird Nazi shooting game, Lucifer. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
What? It was not a shooting game.
Hold on a second.
Lucifer.
Something similar to that, yes.
Lucifer was a dumb game, but I don't think that's what you're talking about.
It's
Lucius.
something. It's something related to that name, but besides that, they take indie games itself and actually create a full-on in cartridge box for itself. They straight
Loose
out
trousers.
make a UBS with the entire game on it, or with a bunch of collectible items inside the box itself too, based around that game. And of course, if you just want to buy the case and not open it up, they have the Steam ID of it, the game itself, on the side, so you can keep all collectibles inside and whatnot. It's pretty cool. I like it.
So basically, it makes digital games into physical copies of games.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the game you were trying to pronounce was Lufttrousers, which
Ooh.
is German for
Yeah, I was
something.
way off.
Pants, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I only know because Total Biscuit mentioned it a few times. It's like I would not be able to read a word like that normally.
Have you played
Well,
Love
yeah.
Trousers?
I think
I own it. Yeah, it's forgettable.
It's all right.
I can't like really give a good example of it, but Pro Jarrett does. So.
Yeah, I saw that on a bad unboxing. That's literally the title of the video. A person called iDubbbz TV does a bad unboxing series where he like destroys everything in the box. He got this plushie, and he was just like, I'm gonna put this right here on my blowtorch, and then he just lit the blowtorch, and then he just kept unboxing other things as it was on fire, just burning. So, no, that guy's. And then he got like a 10-pound bag of pinto beans and slammed it on the table at one point. I don't know. It's really random.
I kind of like that as an idea for unboxing videos, just violent unboxing videos. Whatever you're getting doesn't survive.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at this collectible that's probably worth around $40. Burn.
Yep. And then Ashens does a lot of unboxings of like the Indie Box, Loot Crate, and all those other things. He really rips into things if they're shitty though, which I think a lot of YouTubers are just like, oh my god, this item is so great, and it's just like a cheap piece of tat.
Yeah.
Trying to justify their purchase of $15 on a box of random stuff.
Yeah. Oh well. By the way, on the Humble Bundle, the mobile bundle, what is it, Botanicula, I think it's called. That's an excellent game that I have on Steam. It's a point and click with like tons of style and really cool music. So I actually feel like I might enjoy it better if it was on a tablet.
Don't you
That's
get a
a cool
Steam
game.
copy
They
on
also-
there?
I think you only get the mobile copy,
That's
but
kind of lame.
they're the one. Well, it's the mobile bundle, but that's the company that made Machinarium also, which is kind of similar, but you play as a little robot with little bender legs, and those are cool games.
Haunt the House, Terror Town. I think Jesse Cox did a video on that a while ago.
I wish I could record mobile games so badly. It's not even funny, but I can't do it on this tablet. I found out because there's something wrong with it.
Oh,
So even if I got a capture card,
well, that sucks.
yeah, because I wanted to do Plants vs Zombies too.
And just wait till they release it on PC. I'm sorry. I couldn't-
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Transactions for days.
Maybe in a couple of years, but I don't know.
There's no reason that it can't be on the PC. Like, it pisses me off. Oh well.
But should we move on to the third topic then?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Games we've been playing. The topic that's been on here for the past like 18 podcasts.
Oh, have either of you been playing anything interesting?
Soma. That's about it.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's a game that came out recently. You should talk about that.
All right,
Yeah,
don't click
but
that.
you
Hey,
would
by the way,
probably-
anybody, don't click that link. By the way, in the chat there, because that might be like a really fucking weird website that somebody just randomly linked. So
Hey,
What? What?
I'm going to probably
yeah, that's
ban
Oh.
this
yeah,
person.
delete it. Yeah,
Oh.
There you go.
Oh
Yeah.
dear. What? Did a robot just come in here?
Yeah, I think so. That might be like a
Are we
virus.
cool enough to be spammed by robots?
It,
Is
it's
this a new
not
day
a
for us?
virus. It's just beep boop. But it was a link to like a Russian website for some kind of medicine pill or something.
Yeah, it was
Is it
either an
suspicious that
advertisement.
The account that posted it was created literally today.
Yeah,
That's suspicious.
exactly. So, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the podcast there. I thought it might have been a virus or a jump scare or something like that. What were you
That's
saying?
alright. We were talking about Soma,
Speaking
but
of
the
jump
thing
scares.
is, I was gonna. That's good, Cross. That's really good. But I would like to talk about Soma, but I don't know how many people here would be actually interested in listening to it that might want to play it, because Cube is one that doesn't want to hear anything of it.
Yeah, I'd
So,
rather not
well-
have spoilers for me.
Yeah, if you could keep it like just general, like your general impressions without getting specifics, that would be fun.
My general impressions of the game is that it is a lot better than Amnesia in a lot of aspects. The story is more heavier, the scares are actually a little bit more tense, the atmosphere is amazing compared to Amnesia, where when you jump into Amnesia, you know what you're expecting. But in Soma, you don't know what's going on. So it's really good. I like it.
Fair enough.
It also,
and it was
like,
made by the same
mess-
people, or
Yeah,
okay.
but also I think the most important thing about it so far that I like is that it actually messes around with the thoughts of humanity, of what your aspects of it is.
Yeah, I heard that for the first like hour and a half, nothing happens.
I'll give it 30 to 40 minutes. That's when nothing happens.
Okay. Just setting up like the narrative. That's kind of like what happened with Aliens Isolation though, so I can't really fault him on that.
Yeah.
Got to set up the tenseness of the surroundings and stuff. But any other games that you played, Yoshi? That
I've been starting to play Don't Starve together a lot with some friends, and that's about it. Nothing big
Cool.
going on.
yeah, that's
still
a
waiting
problem.
to come out.
This is the type of year, I mean, time of the year that nothing really is happening. There's usually like right before Christmas and 6 months after Christmas, and there's just a dry spell of news, which is also a reason why I'm so happy that we're doing this every other week now instead of every week.
Yeah.
I kind of
Unless
miss it
something
every
major
week,
happened.
though. Just like sitting down, chatting with you guys.
It's some kind of friends finance investment thingy for friends.
It's a money.
Yeah, it's a It's a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, I was gonna say that pyramid scheme.
Did you
So-
play anything weird, Companion? Or
Well, we played Swords and Soldiers.
that's true. Oh God.
You guys also
I did
played
excellently.
Marvel Heroes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. We did play Marvel Heroes.
yeah.
Oh,
But
Well- Swords and Soldiers. I've edited it finally, and I realized I just wasn't building enough money, guys. That's why you were stomping me.
yeah, I noticed that on the leaderboards at the very. Well, first of all, it's like if you guys play the Flash games where it's two bases are on either side. It's a 2D game. You build units and they run off to the left or right depending on which side you're on, and they just fight each other until they get to the base and destroy that. It's like those, like Age of War or something else like
Or
that.
Zombie Trailer Park, or
Yeah, exactly. Just like some pretty simple Flash game that could have easily been on Newgrounds or Congregate. But it's made by the same people who made Awesomots, and the sequel to Swords and Soldiers came out called Swords and Soldiers 2. I wanted to make a video on it before, like, right around the time it came out, but, you know, we just never got around to it, so whatever. We probably played Awesomots instead, just like usual.
Probably.
Yeah. They're better game. Yeah, we recorded some footage of it, and yes, Cross, I noticed on the leaderboards you didn't really make as many money guys, so that might have hurt you in the long run.
yeah, I was just like 4 guys. Pff, that's fine, and you made the maximum of 10, which is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But
I kept
I
trying
was
to
too
build
excited
even
to start
more.
taking. But yeah, there's that.
Spamming that
And-
max
but
button.
yeah, Marvel Heroes is it's like a Diablo style game. Like it's top down, you level up, you have your different characters, you can form a party, but it's all based on the Marvel universe. And you can play like 30 to 40 different Marvel characters, and some of them are pretty obscure. But it's a cool concept, but it's not my genre. But me, Companion, and Buckus played, and we all ended up being female characters, which I didn't realize until later. But yeah, I don't know, it's pretty cool. The companies had to lay off a whole bunch of people recently, which is why I kind of wanted to help them out, because it seems like it's a labor of love. But good God, they have some horrible optimization problems. It's amazingly badly optimized, and that's probably what screwed them. Like, you know, you can have all of the well, Squirrel Girl has just entered the chat. Yeah, you can have an amazingly good game, like, underneath, like, coding and, like, art and, like, the love that you put in it, but if it doesn't run right, you're just sunk. And it does horrible things to both me and Buckus' computer, because we have 32-bit operating systems. That seems to be the thing that causes major issues. So, I don't know. I don't know how much longer they're going to survive then, if that's the case. But it's free, and you check it out. If you're interested in Diablo-style games, you might like it.
Yeah, if you like the Marvel universe from the comics and stuff like that, Captain America, Spider-Man, Iron Man, the Hulk and stuff like that, and you like the Diablo-style gameplay, definitely check it out, because it might go away in a year or something like that. And
I didn't even understand what was happening most of the time, because like there'd just be enemies, and all of a sudden like bullets and squirrels and lightning would just fly at the enemies and they'd all die, and I wouldn't even see what happened. And
Squirrels.
oh yeah, squirrels. Buckus was Squirrel Girl.
Yeah, that's a problem with games like
Oh my
that.
God.
Especially when, like, the way they have it set up in that game is that every player who's playing, it shows up in that area that you're in, too. I think there might be some sort of, like, mega server or other different types of instances, too, but most of the time you're there with at least, like, 4 people or something, even if you're playing solo, so that adds to the cluster fucky experience, but even with, like, 2 people, it's still really hard to tell what's going on.
Yeah, with one person, it is pretty easy to tell what's going on, but that is boring.
Yeah.
Very, very boring.
And then you see another problem, which isn't a huge problem, but if you're playing, like, say, Storm or something, there's a good chance that you'll run into at least 2 storms within an hour. Like, 2 other storms, because people are going to play Storm or something.
Yeah, not so much Storm, but
Yeah, I was
the
just
Hulk.
using that as an example.
Oh. Yeah,
The
I was
Hulk.
actually happy that I didn't see any storms. I think you saw one, but like...
Yep.
Yeah, there was... I went to a place where there was 3 Hulks crowded around a console. I was just like,
Normal Hulk, Red Hulk, and Hulk in a suit of armor.
I'm just going to blend into that crowd of Colossuses over there.
We should have all played, like, Hulk or something and just walked around smashing all the cars.
I think we should have all been Squirrel Girl, and
No.
there would have been hundreds of squirrels.
It would have broken our computers instantaneously.
Well, not yours. I think just me and Buckis's computer. But you know.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Maybe games are just gonna. Maybe 32-bit operating systems are just gonna not work eventually for games
They are.
anymore.
Well,
It's coming.
Because Killing Floor
already
2
kinda-
switched over to you can't play it unless you have 64.
Mhm.
It's sad. It really is.
Yeah. Zombie
it's just
Garden
telling you
Garden
to
Warfare.
upgrade.
I do need to get a new computer. I just found out because I got a credit card when I moved to Arizona, and I had to put down $300 just to you get it back, and I forgot about it, and I'm gonna get it back soon. So I could put that towards a new computer. I just have to decide whether
Yeah.
I want to do that.
I would say put it aside, get another 600, and you can get a decent computer that's
Nope.
way better than
No,
yours.
I'm not paying $900 for a you
Yeah, I'm not sure how much
Yeah.
you would. I don't. I'm not. Maybe you could upgrade your current computer to a pretty good state, but
I
don't
think
know.
I could
Talk
get
about
a
upgrading.
computer
Ugh.
that's way better than this one for $500. Because again, I got this computer in 2009.
That is true. And then you could also
And
build
it-
upon it eventually in the future. Just make sure you get like a 64-bit operating system or something,
Yes. Yeah.
like Windows 10
So.
or 7 or 8 or something.
I guess I'll never get to play Fallout unless they make it work for. This is why computer games piss me off. Because Fallout 3, you just can't play on modern operating systems. That's terrible.
Well, you can play it. It just crashes every
just-
10 minutes.
Yeah, I was able to play through the entire game, and I think it crashed for me about maybe 4 times. That's it.
4 times.
well-
What?
Hell, I crashed
Yeah.
that much on my computer. So
What's your specs, Yoshi? What's your operating system?
My operating system is Windows 7, 64 bits. I don't want to get into specs of my computer, but yeah.
Well, me and
all my
Butkus-
specs for my computer. All my specs for my computer is all on my YouTube channel and my description.
Okay. Well, maybe I don't know, but even Butkus doesn't have a 64-bit operating system. He has Vista, I think, just like Cross, and he
Yeah.
crashes every
Yeah,
2
okay.
seconds. Same with me, and I have a Windows 7 computer, so I don't know. It's just horribly optimized, which is why I cannot recommend that game to people on the PC.
Uh,
Do you have a?
I guess
Your girlfriend 203 has a console, right?
a console?
PlayStation 3
Oh,
or Xbox.
yeah, she has a
360.
PlayStation 3.
Yeah, so
which we
maybe
use to
if
watch
you-
Netflix and only watch Netflix.
Maybe if you upgrade your computer, then you could, if you see it at GameStop for like $5, which I assume it is priced around at this point, then
Oh.
you could drop $5 on that and just play it on
Well,
there.
someone did send me an unofficial patch to Fallout, and if I play that before I get a new computer, that would be good, because apparently it fixes a lot of the crashing issues.
I mean, I think Butkus probably tried that. He tried every fucking thing. And
Oh.
none of it worked.
Oh, dear.
Nothing.
I just did 2 things and it worked fine. There's you know how when you go into My Documents and you go to Fallout 3 where there's a bunch of notepad files with a bunch of coding in it? I just open up one, edit one line of coding, and just turn something from 0 to 1, and boom, done.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that on the Steam forums.
It was so good.
I tried that, didn't work. Butkus tried that probably. He tried everything. God, that week where he just tried to get Fallout 3 to work without crashing was... I watched him degrade slowly into nothingness. But he beat it with 400-ish crashes, he says. So.
Oh, God. That's determination.
I bet it. I'm happy, and I played New Vegas, and I bet that too. So
Yeah.
I already did Fallout Shelter also, so I can't. I did all the Fallout I could for the time being.
I'm
Now
still
just waiting for
I'm
4.
still playing Fallout Shelter, and I feel shame.
How far did you get?
Well, I have 120 people in my base, but I could have had more. It's just I'm sending them to die now when they come because I don't want them. So what I do is they come to my base after I invite them via radio program, which I'm still running because it makes my base dwellers happy. And then I'm like, okay, come in. Oh, wait. No, go back into the waste with no weapons and armor. And then,
Or
after
meds.
they die, if they find good things or have found enough caps to justify me spending caps reviving them, then they get to live in my base. Otherwise, I delete them.
You are a
You're
god
so
among men.
cruel. You're so cruel.
Alternatively, I'll invite them in and start rushing a room to do like objectives, and if they survive like 5 times, then I might let them live.
Mike.
But yeah, I'm not going to give them a health pack. Are you crazy?
Yeah. You just have
Look,
like
at
80
least-
million of them.
At least I'm not getting women pregnant and waiting for their kids to grow up and then sending them to the wasteland. I'm just stopping people from having sex whatsoever, because these are the type of things that this game has forced me to, because I don't want to have 300 dwellers in my stupid base.
Well, I mean, Cross, if you max out your dwelling space, I believe if everybody gets pregnant anyway, they just walk around pregnant for all eternity.
That's terrible.
What's that? You want a
Pregnant
child? Get out of here.
But then they can't fight, Cross. It's perfect.
No, that's terrible. They run away screaming. I have some pretty badass women warriors. I don't want them pregnant and running around like idiots. Ugh.
Yeah, hello, Ali Akbar. Welcome to the podcast. It's about probably around the end of the podcast, but
15
Well, we've
to
got
20
15
minutes.
minutes, but we've
Yeah.
there's a game I want to record it hopefully today called Sky Arena that someone sent me that said it was a reimagined version of Star Fox but multiplayer, and it comes out on Steam in early access today, and I know nothing about whether it's good or not, but he sent me some free keys, so I'm going to play it and record it, and
Ooh.
you know. Yeah.
Wait,
I
it's
could
like
give you
Star
a key,
Fox?
OG. Yeah. Yeah. It's
Definitely
called
give it to
Sky.
me. I love Star Fox.
All right, cool. So that's possibly if Buckus is down, the 4 of us might record that, assuming
Yeah.
everyone's down.
I always
Okay.
liked and enjoyed Star Fox games. It was so fun.
Okay.
yeah, we might put out a video on that. But I've been playing Guild Wars 2 a lot. I've been sinking so much time into that. And by the way, Guild Wars 2, an MMORPG, is now free to play, so you can play the entire base game without having to spend a single dime. There's no subscription model, nothing. So
There's never a subscription in Guild Wars 2. What are you talking about?
that's true. That is, I'm just trying to emphasize that you know, it's like it's not like the other MMOs with like World of Warcraft where you have to buy the boxed game and then pay the subscription of like $15 a month or something. So
Is that
Yeah.
damn it? Is Freakonomics damn it? Did you change your name?
I hope
He
he
changed
did.
his name.
He hates pregnant
So
people
insane.
and old people. The good thing is that he can't hate pregnant old people at least, because most of the time that's not a thing. So,
I've had a pregnant old person in my base, and I did not kill her.
No.
sure you didn't, Cross. Sure you didn't.
She's still making stim packs for me.
Probably because you can't kill pregnant people. So
Well, you could let them have the
Same thing
baby
in
and then kill
Fallout
her.
where you can't kill the children.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
the children can't die, and pregnant women can't die.
That's so stupid. In Fallout, you should be able to like kill everything.
There used to be a way in Fallout 3 where if you got the Sandman perk, where you could like kill people in their sleep, you could just murder children in their sleep.
I love the Sandman perk. It's so fun.
Yeah,
You just
but they patched
Apparently,
that, so
in Fallout 2, there's a part where these kids throw rocks at you, but there was a 10% chance that they'd actually throw a grenade at you and kill you,
yeah,
which I think is hilarious.
it is. And yeah, in Guild Wars 2, that MMO, which is free to play right now, it's got loads of content. I mean, Buckus has been playing for 8 months, and he has yet to max out his character. Probably because he never plays the game. But
Dude, I when I first got Guild Wars 2, I got tired of it like within weeks because I like maxed out my character and I was like clearing out every area. Just got bored.
yeah, you got to get into a guild, and then you got to like do dungeons and stuff like that, and then it's all about like getting ascended gear. And the new expansion is coming out, Heart of Thorns, on the 23rd of this month. So it's the story is pretty interesting too. I like the universe that they built up around it. You got like the humans and the Char, and they had a huge war, but now that's over, and now ghosts in the Char homeland are pissed off at the Char because they murdered them, you know?
Char.
Yeah. And then there's like dwarves down at the center of the earth trying to keep a dragon at bay. Oh, it's great. Oh,
What's it with dwarves being underground and like some kind of like a pawning wave of enemies just trying to break out from the undergrounds?
Get into guild and do some wars. Hell yeah. Exactly. I don't know, we could talk about what's on your channel here, since I plugged Guild Wars. If they had a referral link, I would totally just plug that shamelessly. Just be like, give me things. But Yoshi, what's going up on your channel this week, or this next couple of weeks?
The last few episodes of Dragon Age Inquisition.
Inquisition.
Still never. I can still. I have.
Please tell me that
90-something
every episode you're like, this is Dragon Age, and then you say it differently each time.
I do.
want that
I
to be
do. Every
This is
episode
Dragon Age
something different.
Iroquois.
But I had the last few episodes of that being uploaded right now and released, and I'm gonna finish up Soma, which I actually have, I think, the 7th achievement, so I'm close to being finished with the game. So that's cool.
7th out of what?
Soma. There's like 10 to 11 achievements, and through the progress of doing the game, it unlocks the achievements. So I'm like around the 7th to 8th achievement. So I'm close to finishing. That's it.
Oh, that's it?
What's going up with your channel, Cube?
Well, on
Yeah,
my
Cube.
channel, probably Payday. You know, honestly, I think I might want to start slowing down on Payday. I know, before you throw stones at me and, like, call me a heretic and all that, I just wanted
Why?
to point out that, you know, I mean, how are people still interested in that goddamn series after 40 parts?
No, a better question is, how are they more interested in that content than any other content on your channel?
I don't get
Because that's
it.
true. It's supported by numbers.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I probably won't quit it cold turkey, but there's a good chance that I'll start slowing down on it. I mean, even in the past month or so, I've started slowing down on it, and if you've been following along, anybody watching the podcast, that you can definitely see that it's starting to go up less on my channel. No, Butkus, stop saying I'm lying. I've told this to you specifically, too. Don't you dare.
I'll be... This is bad timing, but I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll just keep talking about Payday, too, because, you know, it's... He'll talk some sense into me. Even Butkus has stopped playing so much, I think, so... Yeah. I don't know, I'll see where I go with Payday. I just, it's just kind of getting the same, you know, just like with Don't Starve, but, yeah.
How about the same thing with Awesome Knots?
Well,
Wink, wink.
even Awesome Mods, I stopped playing that a lot a couple months ago. I really slowed down on that. Here, I'll
Yeah, I've been noticing that. I haven't seen you jump on it often at
yeah,
all.
just like we're just talking about Awesome Mods Cross, and we've definitely
fair
slowed
enough.
down on playing it, right? Just from when we used to play it so much.
Yeah, it's because my girlfriend's playing enough for both of us. So...
Yeah, she played in 2 days. She played 40 fucking matches. Oh,
Yeah, so in about 3 months, she's probably going to be better than both of us.
almost
But, you
certainly.
know.
She's gonna be the best Swiggins in the game.
Swiggins.
Yeah, she's gonna be carrying us all the way to League One, man.
Sweet. I'm cool with this.
Get that Swiggin swag. But
Yeah.
other than Payday 2, I just put up the last of my Don't Starve that I had recorded, and I'll probably not record much of that for quite some time, because, you know, it just gets kind of samey. Just like with Payday, you know? And I've been meaning to get back into Half-Life 2 mods, but the problem is I tried recording Nightmare House 2, and that had some major issues with it. Like, the textures were all just broken and stuff like that. So that sort of killed my enthusiasm for doing Half-Life 2 mods. But we'll have to see what comes on there. And then just Swords and Soldiers HD with Cross, and maybe some stuff with Relic, since he's been yelling at me about stuff like that.
Relic doesn't like me.
I don't think Relic likes anybody. Relic doesn't even like me, for God's sakes. Or Cross.
That's kind of a lie. He talks to
Or-
you a lot. Yeah, Cross, what's going on in your channel?
So on my channel, I just ended Rebuild. If you've been like waiting to watch the whole thing or something, which would be crazy to do because it's a very long series. Well, I don't know. I guess it makes sense. But yeah, that's finally done. I got the. I worked very hard to get all of the endings. I don't know if anyone realizes how hard I worked to get all the endings, but I got all of them. The alternate endings, besides the one that I show in the main one, are in a special video that's not listed, which actually has the highest view count of any special listed video I've ever done. So, like, none of them have ever broken 100 before. So there's that, and then Earthbound is still going on. So that's going to be going on for a few more months yet before I can beat that. And then everything else is kind of in flux, so...
Yeah, it's kind of scary once you have, like, multiple Let's Plays coming to an end on your channel, isn't it?
Yeah, and it seems to happen frequently.
Yeah,
so,
like
this Little Inferno ended, too, so...
They come up at the direct time they, like, coincide. Like, now you have to come up with 3 Let's Plays to do on your channel. Have fun with that.
Well, I've decided that unless something goes wrong with the recording, I think I'm going to record Bully, which is essentially GTA for kids. So,
cool.
And
I like it.
You don't like it?
I like it. No.
Oh,
I
okay.
never fully watched Bully Let's Play, so or even played a game. So if you start doing an LP on it, I would definitely watch it.
Cool. The thing, I played a little bit of it earlier, and I didn't even get to the first, like, cutscene after you control the character, and I was just, like, beating up, like, nerds and stuff. And it's pretty fun.
That nerd.
And, like, people talk to you constantly, and you have different relationships with the different factions at school, which I think are nerds, jocks, greasers, and preps.
Yeah.
And you can, like, talk to them. You can either, like, say something positive or, like, insult them. And there's finishing moves, which are basically different methods of bullying. Like, you give people, like, Indian burns, or, like, spit on them, or make them punch themselves in the face. Like,
spit on them, ugh.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. But it's good. It's a good game. I liked it.
Wow.
And this is the Game of the Year edition, which means there'll be 2 extra classes, which I think are geography and chemistry, but I don't know how those work, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I played that game a while ago, around the time when it first came out, back on the PlayStation 2. I like the story behind it. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it took you places.
It's basically people at his school are insane and bullies and jerks, and you just try to survive because you've been sent to a boarding school against your will. And there's a bunch of bullies in the game, and you decide, like, because you're like this little kid, but you know how to fight and stuff, so you actually end up, like, bullying the bullies and
your guy looks like a
other
douchebag, though.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's called Bully. You're gonna look like a bully, I guess.
Yeah, but it's cool because I like that they made him physically smaller, because unless the player decides to, you're generally beating up people that are bigger than you.
Yeah. I mean, even the mother is a complete jerkwad too. She just like kicks the kid out and then just drives off like, we're gonna go on a vacation, goodbye.
There are very few likable characters in the game, except for Russell, the best character ever, but I won't get into that.
You should probably get into it in the Let's Play itself.
Russell mad. That's all I have to say about that.
Does anyone know when Final Fantasy VII Remake is gonna happen?
No.
Probably look it up on Steam, right?
Is that happening soon? I assume that was years down the pipe.
No, they came out with it. I think in the last E3 right now. Like they actually announced it being remade. So
yeah, I know the announcement happened, but I didn't think the actual game was.
I'm checking it out right now because I was actually wanting to do an LP on it.
They've got Final Fantasy VII on Steam. But I don't see anything else with that, so...
Remake release on 2016. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know, Square, you have other properties besides Final Fantasy. Did you know that, Square? What about some Xenogears and... actually, I don't think they own the race of Xenogears anymore, but still, Chrono Trigger, they own the...
Bring back Lightning. Hashtag bring back Lightning.
No!
Like that series.
No one liked it, except for the people who made the games.
I mean, I think it spawned an amazing Let's Play from Jesse Cox.
Where he had a nervous breakdown in episode 3? Yeah, that was pretty good.
He just quit halfway into episode 3.
The best... I'm just going to say what happened, because screw it, but like, he's just playing, and eventually he's like, I don't care! And then it just cut, he's like, alright, hey guys. So, I've decided to suspend the Let's Play. And then there's just a video of the ending of the series. So good.
I'd recommend look up Jesse Cox Final Fantasy 13. You'll probably find it.
He
It's a good
tried.
hour.
He really did try.
I know, and he really loves that series too, which is sad. And he talks about it so much on the podcast about how he watches it just slowly crumbling down.
You know, Final
Wait,
Fantasy
Final
VII was a
Fantasy
defining moment in my video game development. Like, it's the reason I got PlayStation instead of a stupid N64 that would have been terrible.
Yeah, I think a lot of
So.
people are like that. Have that same
Yeah.
story. Xenogears or Final Fantasy VII really showed them what games could be. But we are
Yeah.
coming around to the end of the podcast. Do you guys have anything else that you would like to say?
I kind of wish the podcast was a little bit longer, but other than that, no.
I get nervous halfway through the podcast the way it is. I'm like, oh god, are we going to be able to make it through talking about bullshit? Oh man,
we we already talked about
all the
bullshit.
time. But yeah,
Like right then and there, just talking about Jesse Cox LP, we could just continue on with that, or just start talking about Final Fantasy games and like the weird topics.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just my-
Companion loves talking about Final Fantasy games.
yeah, I mean, I've played all 0 of them, so
You should just
Are you
play 6.
serious?
You could, yeah, he's never.
Play 6, 7, and 8. Those are like the
Well, no,
best.
Just play 6. Just play 6
I
because the
got
other
a pretty
one's
big spoiler for 6.
What about out 8?
For 8 is terrible. That's all right. We should have a discussion.
I-
Can we please end the podcast, please?
Please like 8. Don't diss it.
Oh, I have so much to diss. I'm gonna unload on 8. Just wait. Just wait.
No!
From the story to the battle system, the graphics were
I
great
haven't
for the
finished.
time. They did not hold
I
up because they
haven't-
decided to go with a more. We should end the podcast.
Yes, we should.
Okay. Thank you guys very much for watching, and thank you guys, Yoshi and Cross, for joining me on the podcast. This has been the WinQ Podcast for 10/5/15. I will catch you guys in 2 weeks. So, yeah. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.
At minimum.
Yeah, hopefully minimum. Bye.